All right. So the moon's in Sagittarius and the sun is in Leo. So power and strength and confidence. And Sagittarius would be a very strong moon as well. This is the chart with the planets little. So with Mercury in Virgo, communication is in Virgo. Very self-care and care in general. Oh, and maybe not care for other people. You might not care very much for other people, maybe more for yourself. And Mercury is communication with the world, with yourself, and with others. Communication with others might be like not caring about what they say, but listening anyway. Like only caring when you feel you should care for yourself mostly. And Mars is in Taurus, which means strong, comforting to grounded, but a little stubborn. So Mars would be passion, drive, and stuff like that, and aggression. So you could either be on the grounded side or the aggression side. I feel like. So your passion is in groundedness and alright. You might be stubborn to get things done. You might be stubborn about your passions or comforting. Your passions might comfort you, but you might be stubborn about them. They might be a little sporadic. Also, trauma with Mars is in Taurus, comforting but also stubborn. Grounded in your trauma as well could be an issue. Saturn is in Aquarius, so Saturn is like motivation, but also your life, working on your life, basically. So working on your life is in Aries, is in Aquarius. So very advanced, but also so smart, but with your soul also feeling things out, but also being very smart about it. And yeah, and spirituality and the planets as well. High in the planets. I love that. And social, very social as well. Social motivation. For your world and stuff. You might be getting things done or figuring things out is a good one. Figure out what is happening. Neptune is in Pisces, so dreams and spirituality, dreams, soul, heart. Your heart is in Pisces. Your soul, or dreams and stuff, And I forget what else. Creativity and stuff is in Pisces. Pisces is very emotional, outwardly emotional. So that's very good. for your soul heart and your creativity as well. Pluto is in Capricorn, so transformation is in Capricorn. And yeah, that's a pretty structured sign in transformation. So it might be a little annoying because it's so structured when you're talking about transition. But yeah, so maybe too stable for transition for Pluto. Too stable of a sign for Pluto. Chiron is in Aries, which is the healing one, is in Aries. So you're healing yourself, the light, you're healing your like big powerful light, you know what I mean? Yourself and your like sense of things as well. So you're healing your sense of things as well. Jupiter is also in Aries, and Jupiter is bringing in yourself, that light energy, and your understanding as well. Bringing in and healing that. So that's a pretty big energy. Venus is in Cancer, so your sensuality, your body is in a very emotional sign. Expressive, extremely expressive with Cancer. And fun also, fun-loving. And yeah, fun-loving and expressive for Venus. So your body and your sensuality and your sense of self, but like how you feel about yourself. Or how you feel about yourself can also go into Mercury. Communication with yourself and everything. How you feel about yourself in Virgo. That's a beautiful sign to have about yourself. Not such a great sign to have for everyone else either. Communication with the world as well. With your world in Virgo. So maybe some routines. Very routine. And the sun is in Leo. So yeah, confidence and importance in your confidence and fire, passion, love. Yeah, and sun. I think that's a great sign to have for the sun. Uranus is in Taurus, so your truth, I like to call it truth. It's in Taurus, so it's comforting, stubborn, grounded. So you can either be grounded or stubborn, I think, with Taurus. So the truth is in, you might be a little stubborn about the truth, or you might be too intense. The truth might even be too intense for you. Like it might go right into your face with Uranus and Taurus, like the truth kind of hits you in the face. And yeah. Hold on, let me think again. The truth might be important to your groundedness. It might help ground you, or have to do with grounding. Like you ground yourself into the truth. It might be really important to ground yourself into truth, is what I mean. I think that's it. The North Node is in Taurus. Doesn't tell me where the South Node is, though. And yeah, so future in Taurus, which is pretty good for stubbornness and groundedness too, and comforting. So you're thinking about the future. Ascendant is in Virgo, so yeah, I don't really know about the ascendant in the midheaven, but I'm assuming it's like ascending in Virgo, which is great. So self-care, and care for things that you care about, basically. Which is great to have an ascendant in. It's beautiful. And the midhaven, I'm guessing it's the middle, is in Gemini. So a little crazy of an energy in smack dab in the middle might throw you off. You might be balancing a little. Yeah, so a little crazy energy there. Think about that. And we have some trines and stuff. We have a lot. I'm going to skip the moon. So the sun, Chiron are flowing smoothly together. So a lot of healing energy. Venus and Neptune are also flowing smoothly together, which is beautiful. Your body and your creativity. Depth. And Venus oppositions Pluto. So Venus and Pluto, that's actually a pretty intense energy. That's kind of sporadic. Your body and transformation opposition. So one might take over the other, your body or your transformation, they might feel more intense. The transformation might be more intense too. So that's really crazy energy. And the Mars square Saturn. So Mars and Saturn are fighting, basically. So drive and taking care of it. So that's also pretty bad. And Neptune and Pluto are flowing together. So creativity and transformation are flowing together. So maybe not smoothly, and they're not be smooth, but they're flowing together. They're working together. And okay. There's a lot. So, Sun squares Uranus. So Sun and Uranus are fighting. So yeah, that's pretty crazy too. You might have some issues with truth. The importance of truth, which is, I think I've felt that a little. The importance of truth. So you might struggle with feeling like the truth is important, or rebellion is important. I've never heard of this. What's this? Sesquitile. Internal conflicts and creative tensions. Okay. Oh, it's the moon. The moon doesn't stay very long, I feel like. But you can look at them. So that's internal and creative conflict. And you can always pause this as well. If you want to look at the moons, I'm going to skip the moons. Venus and Mars are moving together. So they're working together. Venus, the body and drive. So that's beautiful too. They're working together, but it might not work. Depends on you. So sextiles really depend on you and how you're doing. Semi-square, sorry. Subtle tension. Alright, so Mars and Jupiter have subtle tension. Hold on. So Mars being drive and Jupiter being bringing stuff in. So they have subtle tension, so it's like you have to resolve, you have to think about it and resolve it every time. Mars conjunction Uranus. So those are together, right? So, hold on. So the blend. So Mars and Uranus blend. I think they blend pretty beautifully. Truth, but that also coincides with Mars and Uranus. somewhere. I think I already said it. Or it wasn't Mars, it was Saturn, I think. Or no, it was the sun. So yeah, you feel like truth isn't that important, so your Mars and Uranus conjunction pulls it in a little with like passion. So you might be passionate about it, but like not know where to go and drive. So you might have motivation, but yeah, for truth. But you might not know how to get there with the sun squaring Uranus. Mars sextile Neptune, so they're working together. Mars drive and creativity, I think that's beautiful. You're gonna feel a little motivated to create, maybe, or to go deeper into your creative self. Jupiter semi-square, subtle tension. So Jupiter and Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aries. So Jupiter bringing stuff in and Saturn is working on your world. So there might be some conflict with bringing stuff into your world when you're working on it. So you might have to check in with yourself and make sure that all of that's good. And quintile, positively linked, spiritual. So bringing stuff in and transformation are linked, which is great, in spiritual way, which is beautiful, I think. Because all of these energies are a little crazy. So you're going to bring in transformation a little. They're linked a little, and spiritually might help with the tensions. Saturn and Uranus are fighting. So yeah, Uranus is not doing that great, but it might help with the where is it? Mars conjunction Uranus. So you might be passionate about it, but it might be really hard to get to. And working on your world and Uranus are fighting. So sorry. So working on your world and truth are fighting. So it might be a little confusing what you're supposed to be doing. It might be confusing. So that's interesting. So you might have to like re-go over stuff. You might not get the truth. I mean, you might be working on stuff, but then not get the truth of it. But Saturn's in Aquarius, so you're probably going to really fight for that. And Uranus is in Taurus, so it's like really stubborn. It might be really hard, but actually I think that Saturn and Uranus fighting helps a little with that as well, because you're going to be more aware of what the truth is. And Saturn in Aquarius is beautiful for that. Sun and Mars are fighting. So that's a really intense energy. Motivation and importance and bigness. So they're fighting, which actually just makes you more aware of what's important, I think. Or no, more aware of not what's important. Actually, you might be less aware of what's important and more aware of where your passions lie. So what you're really passionate about. Mostly a lot with that is like what you're fiery about, what you're even aggressive about or mad about. So the Sun trine Jupiter, so the Sun Jupiter are working smoothly. So again, bringing stuff in. So that's pretty good. That's actually really great. So if you want to work with the sun, you can help bring stuff in. I know it's like a really tough aspects and all of that. So the sun opposition Saturn. So Saturn being working on your world. So hold on. So it might pull you to work on your world even more and to work on what's important, or you might be passionate about it but not able to work on it. Passionate about things, but like you feel like it's all really hard to do. I feel like that's good for the sun opposition Saturn. And I'll skip the moon again, but squaring Mercury, you can always pause this too. Mars and Pluto are working smoothly together, which is great. Pluto has pretty good things, except for like one of them, I think. So Mars and Drive. So you might be more motivated to work on Pluto, your transformation one. So you might be more motivated to work on transition. And yeah, so that might also go again to the sun in Jupiter. So you're working on transformation maybe more. It kind of helps with all the other iffy stuff. Transformation. Instead of just bringing stuff in. Jupiter conjunction Chiron. So is the strongest blend. So Jupiter and Chiron bringing in healing, what I would say, and it's in Aries, which is very powerful sign, and big light. I always see a big light for Aries. And Uranus trine Pluto. So those are working smoothly together. Uranus being truth and Pluto being transformation. So truth and transformation are working together, which is good. But the other one kind of knocks it out a little bit. That Pluto square Saturn or something. Like those energies. Makes it hard to find the truth. Or Uranus square Saturn, I don't really remember. One of them makes it hard to find truth. It's just easier in transformation. So overall, I think it's easier in transformation than bringing stuff in. Just because these are tough signs, and you're going to have to really think about, analyze stuff. You're going to really have to analyze stuff with these. And look back and check in and make sure everything's all good. So you might have to keep checking in and keep checking in with everything to make sure everything's all going as you planned it. So yeah. So truth and transformation. I feel like there's truth and transformation. It's a good thing to say for all of this, honestly. And the Venus opposition Pluto. So maybe not so much with your body and sensuality, but might be more of a harder transformation with truth, and in Capricorn too. That's a nice one. Stable energy. All right. And Neptune and Pluto. So creativity and truth and stable transformation. All right. I think that's about it. So, yeah. You can comment down below if you have any questions or anything. This has been fun. Thank you.